Hail to thee, Roosevelt Franklin Elementary School. Elementary School. Oh, sorry, I didn't see there. I'm sorry. Excuse me, sit down. Here, sorry, I was just singing one of my favorite ditties from Sesame Street. Anyway, why not continue my tradition of reviewing two movies since I have you here? It'll be these two movies, Son of Batman and I, Frankenstein, 3D version. Okay, and the Son of Batman came in this nice Best Buy exclusive thing. It comes with this nice Slade Wilson Terminator figure. Okay, there's the back. And there's a nice little Deathstroke figure that comes with it, which is pretty cool. Okay, and here's the Son of Batman. Here's the Blu-ray DVD combo. Okay, has the base, the cover and the inside is the same. There's the back, and taking away the code, then here's the Blu-ray and the DVD. Okay. Now to the movie. Okay, this movie basically starts off with Ra's al Ghul presiding over his empire, his League of Assassins, and when he's he has his daughter there, Talia al Ghul, with her young son Damien. Okay, and when the fortress is attacked, and of course Ra's tells Talia to protect the boy, okay, because he's the future, okay, and they basically have to fight these invading forces that are killing people and stuff, and then they come to find out that the person behind it is Slade Wilson, who's actually in this story was a disciple of Deathstroke and supposedly going to take over, but Ra's al Ghul kicked him out, so he's coming back to basically take over, destroy the League and take it over. Okay, and Talia, after something happens with Ra's, she takes young Damon to see his father, and guess who his father is? Batman in this story. And of course, Damien is headstrong and very cocky and confident because, of course, he's been raised that way from being with the League of Assassins and stuff, and he wants to do things his way. He wants to track down Deathstroke Terminator and get his revenge for, the death of Ra's. Okay, and okay, the rest is basically this movie is Batman teaching Damien, or trying to rein him in and teach him how being a hero is not doesn't involve killing. And this is a decent movie. Like I said, I don't think this is the top-notch movie like the other movies, like Flashpoint and Justice League War. I think are better movies, but this is still a decent watch, and you have good voice work in this. I think Jason O'Mara, who plays Bruce Wayne Batman, is decent, and I think this young kid named Stewart, who plays young, I think Stewart something. What's his name? Who plays some young kid that plays Damon Wayne. I thought it was pretty good doing. You're playing a headstrong Damien, and you also have Nightwing in this. Comes into the story like a midway into the story. Okay, and this is it's a decent story. Like I said, you have a nice amount of violence too in this movie. Like I said, because especially that opening sequence where the compound gets attacked, lots of killing, lots of blood, sword, and gunplay. Okay, and like I said, Damien's headstrong, and of course he's, Batman has to try to rein him in at the same time. Also, there's something going on where they find out Deathstroke, since he's taken over a project that Ra's al Ghul was working on with Professor Langstrom, who, aka the Man Bat. Okay, and so Batman has to contend with that as well, while again trying to rein in his headstrong son, who's bound and determined to get revenge on Deathstroke Terminator. Okay, so I definitely would give this it's a decent watch. I would give this a 7 out of 10. Like I said, it's not the best movie. I've seen better movies, but the animation was decent in this. Good voice work. Okay, and the story was okay. Okay, so definitely 7 out of 10. Okay, now the next story, or next movie, excuse me, would be I, Frankenstein. This is the 3D version. Okay, this movie came out in January of this year, so that's what that sort of tells you is, those are usually the dumping ground of movies. And this movie is from the producers of Underworld, and you can tell it has that whole kind of underworld vibe to it. Okay, you have Aaron Eckhart who plays Adam, or the creature. Then you have Ivan Stravosky who plays the scientist Tara, and then you have Miranda Otto in this. She plays Queen Lenore, and then you have Bill Nighy who plays Neighbors. Okay, and then you have Jai Courtney Gideon as well. Anyway, this story basically begins with the story of Adam telling the story of his creation by Victor Frankenstein, how the doctor created him and then got overwhelmed by his creature and discarded him. Okay, when of course the creature survives and the creature comes back and kills Dr. Frankenstein's wife on her wedding night, or his wedding night, and he spends next time tracking down the creature, and of course he dies in the midst of trying to track the creature down in the Arctic, and the creature finds him and takes him back to the castle Frankenstein to try to bury him, and that's when you have the demons come in while Adam is creating digging a grave for his father. He's attacked by these demons. Okay, and he manages to kill one, but before these gargoyles come and they actually slay the demons, help them slay the demons, and they decide to introduce themselves to him, and they take them back to their headquarters where they see the Queen Lenore, played by Miranda Otto. She basically explains to Adam how that the gargoyles are the angels and the demons are like the devils, and they have this ancient war going on, to keep the balance, while humanity is unaware of this great war that's going on back and forth. And like I said, Adam is thrust into it because he's actually named by Queen Lenore, but he doesn't want anything to do with this war because she offers him an opportunity to work with them. But he says no, he wants to be by himself and he doesn't want to be involved with anything, so he goes off on his own. And then 200 years later, of course, then you have Neighbors, played by Bill Nighy. He has this scientist, Tara, played by Ivan Stravosky, trying to create life. So basically, his plan is to take over humanity by having an army full of these soulless creatures that his fallen angels can possess, and they can take over the world. Okay, and of course, like I said, the gargoyles, they have to, who are the angels in the story, they have to stop them, and Adam is thrust right into the middle of the story. Okay, because he finds Frankenstein's novel, and which explains his existence, and he tries to understand it, and he gets thrust in the middle of this battle between these the demons, the gargoyles, which are the good guys, and the demons, which are the bad guys, and he gets thrust in the middle of it. Okay, and this is the 3D version. I saw that the 3D was quite good actually, and but the story is not fantastic. I mean, you could, like I said, you can pretty much predict how things will go in this story, and it's produced by the Underworld people, so the movie has a certain visual style to it. Okay, lots of nice action pieces in it. I think Aaron Eckhart was decent as Adam, and you have Ivan Stravosky who plays Tara. She's a scientist who gets thrust in the middle of this war. Okay, and then you have Bill Nighy always hamming it up as Prince Neighbors, the head of the demons, and then you have Miranda Otto as Queen Lenore, the head of the gargoyles, and they give decent performances. And overall, the movie's okay. It's not spectacular, but it's enjoyable little while. Like I said, check your brain and just sit back and enjoy it. Okay, and I would give I, Frankenstein 3D version a 6 out of 10. Okay, like I said, it's a decent watch. It's not as horrible as I know some of the reviews have made it out to be, but it's not the best. Okay, so I would give it a 6 out of 10. Okay, definitely worth watching to me, in my opinion. Okay, I like the fights in this, and I think Aaron Eckhart gives a decent performance as Adam. Okay, so That's a 6 out of 10 for I, Frankenstein. And Son of Batman, I would give a 7 out of 10. A decent story, okay? Not the best, because usually these DC animated movies are pretty cool. But this one's this one's decent. Like I said, I like that his son Damien is headstrong and real arrogant, because that's the way he was raised, with the League of Assassins, to be independent-minded and to work on his own. And then when he comes to Gotham City, he has to work with Batman. Batman has to try to rein him in, okay, and teach him a few things, okay? 7 out of 10. Anyway, that's my review of those two. Let me know what you think. Feel free to leave comments down below. This is Trepacer saying so long and take care.